Zoom. If you have a question, please raise your hand. Uh, we'll start with Nico. Go ahead.
So, Laura, 3 games in, 1 win, 2 losses. Could you talk about some points about the start of the season from a coaching perspective?
Ask the question again.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Uh, 1 win, two losses in the season. Laura, could
Yeah.
you talk about some points from a coaching perspective for as far as the start of the season?
Yeah, I think each game's been really different. I think the win we had, we were really comfortable. I thought in Chicago we deserved more than what we got. I thought tonight we did okay. We didn't do great. We definitely played into their hands a lot as the game wore on. Um, we didn't manage the game well enough, I didn't think. But obviously to concede so late, super disappointing. If we'd have come away with a point, I think it would have been fair-ish. I think we reduced them to not too much around the goal, even though they had a lot of the ball. But something was always going to give tonight. We've never had a win when this refed us, and we've never lost to San Diego. So one thing was going to disappear. Unfortunately, it went the other way. So I think obviously Quinn and Jess not being here is tough. I thought Olo and Haz did really well in midfield. I thought we weren't enough of we didn't play enough balls that were threatening in behind them in the first half. And yeah, we've got quite a few little niggles and knocks. We've had a virus go around the team. I thought you could see that late in the game. But no excuses. I thought they deserved at least a point out of the game, if not more. So yeah, that's my overall.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Nico. Jada, go ahead.
Thanks. Or did you feel like you guys were just trying to absorb the pressure as the match wore on, rather than being the aggressors?
Yeah, I think we did, and I'm not sure that was the best strategy. I was trying to get us up the field, but like I say, I think the toll of the last couple of weeks has hit us late in the game. You know, like I say, we've had a virus go around the group and the staff. Everybody's been sick. I think you could see that towards the end of the game. Obviously, a few injuries that have happened that we've had to bring people out, put people in. Obviously, getting Alana back in was a positive, but you know, Phoebe having to come off wasn't. So yeah, I don't think we were the aggressors late in the game, but you know, games can be like that. You've got to find a way to make sure that you come away with something, and that was something we said last week. So I think that's the locker room's very disappointed of the fact that we didn't come away with something.
And then do you have anything that you can share about Phoebe right now as far as what's going on?
Not yet, no.
Thanks, Jada. And then Dan, do you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Laura, is there a kind of a shift in the way that you have to coach endgame tactics, not just you, but everybody, because it seems now like 9, 10, 11 minutes of stoppage time is the norm?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit, yeah. I think again, do I think the stoppage time was tough for us? Not really. I just think the game, as it wore on, was challenging for us for all the reasons I've just said. But I'm not taking anything away from San Diego. I thought they played well, and you know, we've had the better of them over I don't know how many games it's been now. So something, you know, those records are always there to be broken, and tonight it was it. I'm glad it wasn't the last time we played them. So you know, we'll learn from tonight. It's very early on in the season. But yeah, is it a challenge when you know you're making subs in the 87th, 88th minute and you're thinking they're going to get, you know, 10 minutes max and they've got 15, 16 under their belt now? Yeah, it definitely is challenging for sure.
Generally, tonight aside, are you comfortable with the way that this sport has kind of changed in that regard, where they're adding on literally every minute? The 90th minute now is almost kind of meaningless.
I don't really want to talk about the ref stand, to be honest, but, you know, because I'll get fined. But, you know, do I think we stop for everything? Yeah. Do I think that we need to? Maybe not. Do I Do I want them to be diligent if they think that there's something there? Yeah. But, you know, we look at everything, and then I'm not sure it was a handball on their goal, but we don't look at that. So, you know, whatever. I don't think it was, but we don't look at it. So
Definitely was not. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. And then Nico.
Looking to the next game, you're talking about the pre-match conference that the last few games you've had less and less recovery time in between games, but now the next game is going to be April 14th. Could you talk about the regrouping factor during this period of time off from games?
yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of our players go away on international duty. So G, Has, Lily, Jess, Quinn, Jordan. Well, I don't know about Quinn, but all be going away. So tough for them. But for us who stay back, yeah, I think a little bit of refresh. I think a little bit of refocus is needed for us. Of, you know, just reminding ourselves how challenging being on the road can be. I think, you know, 3 games on the road to start the season is really tough. So we've got to get back to finding a way where we can get points on the road, because you've got to find a way to do that in this league.
Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Nico. All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks, Laura.